Now, I would like to be talking about the evangelism in the United States of America. Of course, they target the Muslims here. They target, of course, the refugees who come to this country. They target the foreign students who come from overseas, especially the ones that they come from the Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Bahrain. And we have also the media that always slanders Islam, the Islamophobic media. So now I will be talking about the refugees. And, this world, always we hear about people relocating from their home because of the war situation, civil wars, because of natural disasters, because of conflict that happen, and so on. And subhanallah, those people that they are forced and obliged to leave their country and they go to a different country, they seek for refuge. And the first thing they have to do is they have to apply at the UNHCR, the United Nations. And when they do that, the United Nations agency will give them a place to settle. And this settlement place would be a temporary. Unfortunately, many of these refugees, around 60% of the population of the refugees who are resettled in the near country of their home, they stay there and they do not leave to another country like to the West to better their situation. So they stay poor. Of course, the refugee who lives in Jordan, for example, who came from Syria or in Turkey, his financial situation is going to be different than the one who actually moved from Jordan all the way to United States or to Australia or to Sweden. So what happened is the UNHCR, they resettle them and they have to stay there for at least 4 to 5 years in order to finish all the paperwork. What is that paperwork? Is seeking asylum. They do an immigration, they fill out an immigration form that is specified for seeking asylum. The UNHCR will take these documents, they will process them, and then sometimes they give the refugees some options, whether they want to go to United States or they want to go to Sweden or they want to go to Australia and so on, to these countries that they're allowed to. And the refugee will choose which country they want to. So let's say that this family want to go to United States of America. So the papers are sent to the United States Department of Homeland Security. And the Homeland Security will process all these papers. They will check the background and so on and see that all the documents are legit. And then after that, they will bring him back to the UNHCR and this family would be accepted to resettle. Once they come to the United States, of course, they need some help. And this help that they get mostly from the Christian missionaries. So the first face that they see in the airport is the Christian missionary. Just imagine with me, this family that comes from Syria, that they see that these Muslims in Jordan, maybe they're not able to help them. So they already have a bad impression about the Muslims. And also because of what is happening of these radical Muslims, that they kill Muslims more than any other ethnic groups or any other religious group. So they already have a bad impression and a bad feeling about it, a bitter feeling about it. And so, subhanAllah, many of them are not even educated about Islam. They don't know the difference between Islam and Muslims. And then the first thing they see over here is a smiling face telling them to welcome to your country. And here are some food. We're going to take you to an apartment where you can live. We're going to pay for your electricity, everything. Of course, the government will help them for about 6 months. But then after that, they have to stand on their feet and find a job. But within these 6 months, this is the best time for the Christian missionaries where they come and check on these refugees. and and help them out with all the financial support. And that's why they become like a prey, an easy prey for these Christian missionaries to fall into it and become Christians.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا أختكم في الله من لاجئين السوريين في الأردن. أنا طبعا اليوم طلعت هذه المقابلة بس عشان الشيوخ الإسلام يشوفون شنو في موجود عندي. كتب الإنجيل. طبعا هذه كتب الإنجيل جت ناس علينا. إحنا أول شيء أرامل وأيتام. إحنا استغلهم ضربنا إن أرامل وقاعدين لحالنا. فاتوا علينا على بيوت وعطونا هذه الكتب وقالوا إنه لازم نقرأ فيها ونحفظها. عشان إيش؟ عشان يساعدونا بأجارات البيوت وعشان المعونات. يعني هم يعني قاصدين إنه يشترون ديننا عشان الفلوس، عشان المال. يعطونا مال ويشترون في ديننا. طبعا أنتم الشيوخ الإسلام أنتم ما تقبلون الشيء هذا يصير. هذه الكتب، هذا كتاب الإنجيل. وهذا طبعا كتاب الإنجيل.
نعم.
طبعا هذا توزع على أكثر من 20 عائلة بس عندنا بمنطقتنا.
نعم.
وما أدري أنتم أكيد ما راح ترضون بالوضع هذا.
طيب
ما ترضون إنه نبيع ديننا عشان الفلوس وعشان أصلا هم مستغلين. هذا الوضع يسمى استغلال.
نعم. يعني أختي أنت هذه الكتب كلها شو الكتب الثانية كمان؟
بس لحظة شوي. هذا الكتاب الشريف طبعا كتاب مسيحية.
أيوة.
وهذه قصة مختارة 29. طبعا للمسيحيين.
نعم.
الكتب اللي عندي موجودة كلها للمسيحيين.
هم يستغلوا وضعكم استغلال، يجيبوا لكم مثلا إيجار بيت ويعطوكم كتب.
بالضبط.
شو يقولوا لكم؟
طبعا هذا الكتب لازم نحفظه الإنجيل. الإنجيل لازم تحفظونه وبعد فترة يعني معينة يعطونا فترة محددة إنه نحن نجيكم باليوم الفلاني ونسمع لكم الكتب هذه. نسمع لكم شو حفظتم من الإنجيل.
طيب أنتم شو رأيكم في الموضوع هذا؟
أكيد إحنا ما نرضى. والإخوان المسلمين والشيوخ العرب ما حد يرضى بهذا الوضع.
نعم.
يعني ما نبيع ديننا عشان بس هم مستغليننا. يعني إحنا مضطرين إن ناخذ هذه الكتب منهم عشان نقدر نعيش. وأنتم عارفين وضعنا كيف.
نعم يا ستي، إن شاء الله الله يكون في العون. وقلنا إحنا أخوان مسلمين ومشايخ إسلامية إن شاء الله نوصل لهم الصورة هاي إحنا إن شاء الله، وأنهم ما يقصروا
إن شاء الله.
وأنت شو تطلبي من المشايخ؟
أنا أطلب منهم إنه
شو تطلبي؟
يشوفوا وضعنا.
أيوة.
يشوفوا كيف الناس عايشة.
نعم.
يشوفوا يعني إحنا ترى أكثر الشيوخين مو مهتمة فينا.
نعم.
والحمد لله على كل حال.
إن شاء الله. وشكرا لك خالة. شكرا.